From the cursed crypts of late-night lobbies and the flaming wreckage of chaotic conversations, they rise again louder, weirder, and undeniably fueled by ADHD, energy drinks, and a long trail of bad decisions. Welcome back to the Undead Family Podcast. A group of longtime friends who've been gaming, screaming, and wildly scheming together for years, and now they're dragging listeners right back into their whirlwind of digital chaos. Buckle up, it's weird in here.
I'm Ducky.
I'm Goblin.
I'm Reaper.
And I'm Hank.
New topics, old grudges, wild stories, silly rules, and way too much yelling. They are back and just as unhinged, unfiltered, and unnecessarily crazy as ever. Brace yourself for surprise, side-switching, wildly inconsistent discussions, recurring inside jokes, and the occasional mid-episode chaos. Chaos reigns, nobody is safe. Subscribe now and you'll never be bored.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Undead Family Podcast. Don't know what episode this is. We've lost count.
Yep.
So, whatever episode it is, hopefully you're keeping track because we've lost track in the shenanigans. So, we're going to do what we always like to do at the start of every episode after we say hello. What's everybody got going on? What's new with everybody?
Not a whole lot over here.
Oh, hey.
I'm still in stock from yesterday.
Yeah.
Shock from yesterday.
The Aussie.
Huh?
Aussie.
Oh, yes. Yes. The world has lost a rock icon and legend and Hall of Famer. The great Ozzy Osbourne.
I will say, though, he did. I will say, though, I've been listening to a lot more Youngblood since that concert.
Look,
I'm glad he got a chance to do that because you could see how much Youngblood meant to Ozzy.
You can see how much Ozzy meant to Youngblood.
That
And,
too.
I mean,
but
like, the fact that
Countless people.
the kid still wears a cross necklace that Ozzy gave him.
Yeah.
When he was younger, like the first time he saw Ozzy in concert.
Yeah.
And like that's huge.
Yeah. You could definitely see Ozzy passed him the torch and was very satisfied with him taking his
for sure.
Imagine what the metal scene would look like if there was no Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a metal scene.
No, I mean, we wouldn't have bands like Slipknot and Slayer and Megadeth, Metallica, and all these. Which, since speaking of Ozzy and cool icons of rock, I saw an interesting story the other day that when Lemmy passed away, of course, you guys know who Lemmy is, the lead singer of Motorhead. When he passed away, he had his ashes encased in bullet casings and sent to a select group of people. Very small circle of people. One of those people happens to be James Hetfield, the lead singer of Metallica. So he still has his bullet casing with Lemmy's ashes in it, but on his middle finger, there's an ace, there's a spade tattoo on his finger with Lemmy's ashes in the tattoo ink.
Oh,
so that is his Ace of Spades tribute to Lemmy with his ashes in the ink. And I thought that was pretty cool.
That's interesting.
yeah, it is.
My dad and I were talking about that the other day because my dad's getting up in age and, morbid conversations with your kids. If you're not talking to your family or kids about what to do with you when you die, you should. Because it's important. As somebody who deals with a lot of death at work, it's already hard trying to go through all of their finances and get everything situated. It just adds more stress to an already difficult situation. So him and I were talking about what's going to happen to his mom, my grandmother, who's 85. Because my dad's 64. we were talking about it, and I let him know. I was like, whenever that happens, I need you to call Goblin first, so he is prepared for the downfall that will be me and the Nugget when we find out she's gone. Because it's going to be hard. Because she helped my parents raise me. She helped the Nugget. Like, she took care of him every summer, every day off. You know, once he got to an age, because she's up in age, you know, once he got 3-4 years old where he was semi-independent, not in diapers, she watched it. I'd give her some money for food, I'd bring her food, drop him off, she would turn on TV for him, and he would just sit there and hang out with her all day. Like, she still, to this day, has, and Goblin can corroborate this, his first birthday was a Monsters, Inc. themed birthday party. Well, not Monsters, Inc., Monsters University. So I got a bunch of these little buckets, and put, like, an eye, so it was like a green bucket with an eye for, like, Mike Wazowski. And then we got blue ones, and we put, like, the purple spots for Sully. My grandmother still has the green bucket and a bunch of those little jumpy frogs. You know what I'm talking about, where you click and it jumps? When we were in Chicago 2 years ago, Dom was 10, maybe 11, I don't remember. He sat on her floor and was playing with the frogs, getting them in the bucket, like he used to, and was content as shit, just hanging out in her apartment. So when that time happens, it's gonna be, and I know it's coming, and I am not prepared for it.
Never are. When I lost my grandma last year.
Yeah. And my dad, he started talking about I was like, what do you want me to do with you? Because I have an older brother, but he lives in Guatemala. So I am essentially the sole beneficiary of my dad for all of his stuff. I was like, what do you want to do with you? And he's like, I don't know. Put me with your mom, I guess. And we had to have that conversation because when my mom got sick and my mom died, there was nothing planned. There was no life insurance. There wasn't anything. The only thing that saved our ass was my grandmother had already had a plot at the cemetery where my mom is because her daughter passed of stomach cancer, and they bought a plot that's like 3 or 4 plots away from my aunt for when my grandma passes. And she told my dad, put her there. It's already paid for. We can figure out me later. Put her there. That's the only thing that saved our was that. And he's like, I mean, we could always just, put me in the same spot. Or I was like, they have beautiful urns nowadays. He's like, what are you going to do with the ashes? I was like, take you around the world? Spread you? I could put you in a firecracker. He just started laughing. And it was a very morbid conversation, but it's one that you have to have
Gives
with
me
your
a
parents.
reason to buy a cannon.
But it's a conversation you need to have with your parents.
Hank.
Look, that's if 100%. I die.
No. Hank's getting a cannon.
Hank would probably make a bigger boob.
But it's definitely
that's how that works.
It's a very morbid conversation to have, but it's a conversation you have to have with your family because
Ducky's dealing with my mom's secret box that I'm not allowed to know about.
The hat box.
SpongeBob secret box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's got to get to you.
The only person.
What's in it? No, I don't want to know what's in the box.
The only person that will be able
string inside the secret box.
The only person that will be able to go through my phone is Goblin. No one else is allowed to have my phone. No one. He's the only one. Because I don't need my dad going through pictures, trying to find pictures to post and titties.
It was a morbid way to start, but that's why I'm thankful my grandma has everything laid out in her will. It's already planned out, because having to deal like going through that with my brother, where like it was sudden and unexpected, yeah. And we're sitting here going, what would he have wanted? Mm-hmm. And my dad being my dad and knowing my brother well enough was like, Caleb didn't like parties. He didn't like a bunch of people. We're not doing like a traditional funeral.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he said, you know, your brother would want to be cremated and buried with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, that fits his mantra, the way he lived and the way he was. So that's what we did. My dad has his ashes, and when my dad passes, that's my brother's getting buried with him.
Say, I've already had that conversation with my mom too, and I'm already set up as the executor. She told me exactly what she wants because she don't trust my sister with none of it.
And make sure, not that a lot of people will have this, but if your parent outright owns their home, make sure you do your research if and when they decide that they want to leave the house to somebody in the family. Do it. There's a specific way to do it, and I think you leave it in trust where the person is the executor of that trust. And the reason I say to do that, I'd have to Google it, but you know, attorneys for stuff like that can help you through it. Because what you don't want to happen, and I've seen it happen, where a parent or grandparent leaves a home to their child or grandchild, there's an inheritance tax. Make sure your beneficiaries on your accounts are up to date. Make sure, you know, anything happens, anything changes, because nothing is worse as, again, somebody who deals with it at work in a financial institution situation. I have had many members who have money and they pass only to find out that their dad had their first wife as the beneficiary and they're on wife number 3. And wife number 1 is a salty bee and takes all of that money, gives it to nobody else. And there is unfortunately nothing we can do as an institution to change that because he didn't take the proper steps to change his beneficiaries. I've seen it. I've dealt with it.
My grandpa
sucks. It sucks because we want to help you, but our hands are legally tied. We can't do anything. And what's also sucky about that is, you know, if let's say your grandma opened your account when you were 5 and she put herself as a beneficiary. You're now 35, 40, whatever, and you pass and you never updated your beneficiaries. Guess what? The funds in your account go to your grandmother's estate and get paid out based off of her will. So if you had kids and you had $100,000, $500,000, $1 million in your account and you have 6 kids, if they weren't in grandma's will when she passed 12 years ago, they're not going to get that money. Now, the executor can choose to be nice, but not all families are like that. So just be mindful of what you do, how you do it, look into it. Even if you're 25 years old, 19, 20, whatever, figure out what you want to happen if and when that happens. Because all it takes is a car accident, a freaking piano falling from the ceiling, like anything could happen at any point in time. And it's already hard for the family to deal with that on top of having to figure out all your shit.
A month before my grandpa passed in the 90s, he had just divorced his second wife. My grandma was his first wife. And he hadn't updated his will and everything. And she got everything and cut my mom out, which was his daughter, and gave it all to her kids, which were all, what would say, stepkids to him.
Mm-hmm. I see it all the time. Money makes families do crazy things. Crazy. It brings out the worst in people.
Is it crazy?
Wouldn't even let her have the family photos and stuff, man.
I'm so numb to it at this point.
You have a crazy fucked up situation. I don't think I've known anyone who has had as much death around him than you.
Like in the last decade.
You're a death magnet.
Truly.
It's like in the last decade, I think.
Wait, hold on. Like, don't say that, because now don't say that, because now if the end of the fucking world happens and I'm coming to Texas, I don't want to be the next one to fucking die.
We're going to Kansas, buddy.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I gotta come to Texas first.
We're going to the
meet us
Goblin
in
Compound.
Kansas.
Oh, go straight
Meet
to
us
Kansas.
in Kansas because we won't be here.
Oh, well, then you're going to have to give me the coordinates.
Got you, bro. I'll drop
We
you
don't
a pin.
do address. Like, end of the world, we don't do addresses,
I'll drop
do
you a pin.
coordinates.
I'll drop you a pin. Maybe I.
You'll be all right.
But yeah,
Don't worry about it.
just make sure you got all your.
I still
ducks in
don't
a
want to
row.
die.
Right.
Oh.
Make sure.
No, it's not. It's not that. Like, listen.
Death magnet.
So, what I mean by this, and it's been since I was a kid. Like, it's just been constant. So it really is just like I'm numb. Like to the point me and my mom laugh about it. Like, you know, she'll call and she'll be like, "Oh, like this person passed away," and I'll just be like, That sounds about right. Yep, makes sense. Like, cause why not? What really did it? What really made me numb to it is my grandpa. My grandpa was the worst. My grandpa died on my birthday, and I could not go. Okay, I could have. I don't want to say I couldn't have gone. I was at work when it happened, and my mom said, "Stay there." Well, actually, what she said was, "Go home." And I was like, "If I go home, all I'm gonna do is sit in it." Like, and so I remember I got the call, and then my boss walked up and was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I was like, "Well, remember the update that I gave you like 3 hours ago? Well, it doesn't really matter anymore." And he was like, "Holy shit, you're going home." I was like, "No, I'm not. I couldn't go home." And so I stayed at work.
I think you called me.
I did.
And we
I
stayed
called
on
you
the
and
phone.
let you know.
No, we talked.
We didn't stay on this. We
Yes,
talked
we
for a
did.
little bit. But
maybe it was when you got home.
Yeah, it was when I got home. Because I worked because I had to stay busy.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked after I went out on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And when me and Ducky talked, I was super fucked up.
Yeah.
Because we went to the strip club. And I don't remember how many drinks I had, but it was a lot. A lot of drinks.
Sounds like when my dad passed, that's the way I got. I was like,
Look,
we did shots with everyone in the club. And we're like, to Pawpaw. Like it was great. It was what I needed. You know, at the time, like I was like, I just don't want to feel right now. And it's like, well, celebrate your birthday. I don't want to celebrate my birthday. Like to this day, like you guys know, I fucking hate my birthday. I can't stand it. Yeah, I can't stand it. It's not like, and then of course all I see, and I don't ever blame my mom. And if she watches this, I don't want her to think that I'm upset about it because I'm not. But everything I see on that day is, it's been this many years.
that.
And so it's like people will be like, "Hey, happy birthday. I'm glad you made it to 31 or 32 or whatever." And it's just like, yep. You know what else I remember for the rest of my life about this day? That phone call.
Yep.
Like I'm right there with you, bud.
And it's like the funniest thing though, like the only funnier story, and that's not a funny story, but the funny story to me about death is when my mom called about my other grandpa. It was her godfather. And she was like, "I can't get a hold of him, whatever." She had me go check the hospitals, check the ERs for him, couldn't find him. I literally was like, "I'm gonna go kick the fucking door in." And that's what I did. And when I tell you, that's my favorite part of that night. Like, it's very rare, and Reaper will tell you there is something different about kicking a door off of frame. Like, I remember the funniest thing to me was the cop. The cop was like, "Did somebody break in?" I was like, "I did." He's like, "Wait, you did this?"
Because you
And
were
he
young,
looked-
right?
I mean, no, I wasn't old. I mean, I wasn't young, but I wasn't like 22, 23 maybe,
Younger.
something like that. But oh, voice crack.
Mm.
But
Look, in the army, we come up with creative ways to kick doors down. Like I've seen guys drop kick doors. We've missile drop kicked them. We've jumped off of each other kicking door. I mean, you come up with use buddies as battering rams. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways to kick in a door.
So,
I mean, it was full Spartan kick.
Not to always bring it back to my book, but when it came to a specific part where they had to kick a door down, I asked Goblin. I was like, "Tell me about it. Explain it to me." Because I've kicked in doors, but they like interior doors, not like a front door. And
no, you kick in a front door. It takes some force and some power.
Yeah, a front door is different, especially with a deadbolt, and generally a front door has longer screws.
Right.
Being I've had to kick in and being maintenance, it can hurt if you do it wrong.
So like I asked him, I was like, I wrote the scene out, and I was like, "Does this make sense?"
She wrote it as a donkey kick. Originally.
So yeah, and that's the way they teach you to kick a door, is to mule kick it or donkey kick it, because you're a lot more stable and you're less likely to hurt yourself. But there is nothing that comes even remotely close to when you Spartan kick a door for the first time and you're just like, you feel so powerful. You're like, I just fucking did that.
To be fair, the door.
I remember not knowing, like, kicking it in and just being like, all right, we're in. And then, like, and my instinct is like, the house is dark. Like, I want to clear the house. But also, I've got my mom behind me. And then she finally was like, he's not out here. I'm going to go check the room. She was like, because I don't need you seeing whatever right off the bat. Like, did I? Yes. When I heard her, I went in there. But that was my mom trying to protect me, even though I'm a grown fucking man. But I remember I remember talking to the cop standing in front of the door, and he's like, "How many times did you kick it?" And I was like, "Twice." And he's like, "Twice." I was like, "Yeah, the first time." And then I realized, oh, I need like a lot more power. And so then I just Spartan kicked it. And he's like, he even asked me, he's like, "You didn't mule kick it?" And I was like, no. I was like, I want it in the door. It didn't matter. I don't care about breaking the door.
You could replace a door.
Yeah.
But that initial, when you get to the door and you know what you want to do, you know you want to kick that door, your adrenaline picks up. Look, irregardless of what anybody says, science has proven that once that adrenaline hits a certain level, we become damn near superhuman.
So it's one of the things that scares a lot of people about chimps, is because chimps humans have a switch in their brain that prevents them from fully using their strength, and it is to keep a human from hurting itself. A chimp does not have that switch. A chimp uses 100% of its strength. It's either on or off. In like that fight or flight, when a chimp that's why like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I could fuck a chimp up." A full-grown chimp will rip you apart.
Yep.
And it's just that. I mean, it is.
Have you ever seen a hairless chimp?
But
they're terrifying.
Oh, I know.
Are terrifying.
They're rich.
Ducky, I will send you a hairless chimp. It looks like fucking Rogan.
So back to that adrenaline though, and the superhuman ability. That's why, like, soldiers in wartime. So, like, if you're in the middle of the shit, you've got constant adrenaline flowing through your body.
Yep.
So all of those guys that are labeled as heroes who've been shot multiple times in a combat situation, 9 times out of 10, if you talk to them, they'll be like, I didn't feel shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like we're just going. We're in fight or flight mode. That adrenaline's pumping. You take 3 rounds, you don't feel a thing. That 4th round hits you before you realize you've already taken 3.
So
Like they don't feel it.
Taking it back to when the Nugget broke his collarbone. He doesn't remember the car ride between when we left the field and we ended up in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At all. Doesn't remember a bit of it. And even though he was the one who was hurt, Goblin and I both also had adrenaline surging because we're like, shit, fuck, damn. Okay, we got to get this kid to the urgent care quick.
Because now you guys are freaking out, even though he's not freaking out, but he's still pumped up.
He was freaking out. He was starting to have adrenaline dump. He was getting the shakes. Like I could hear him in the back. He was shivering and he was panicking because he was getting sleepy and he didn't want to go to sleep. So like I'm trying to calm him down. Goblin's trying to keep the Ultima from doing its crazy little basketball bouncing on its blown out shocks.
Oh bad.
It was rough. It was a rough trip, but he doesn't remember that. He doesn't even remember his jersey getting cut off. Like it. No. And I'm glad that happened. When we all got home, we all laid in our bed, turned on a movie, and promptly all of us crashed. Because if you have never experienced an adrenaline dump and crash, you will not understand what it does to your body.
Oh, I knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming too. I thought he was going to crash in the emergency room. But
now take that, keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. And I want you guys to take a second and imagine
having that for several hours. Yeah.
Imagine the constant adrenaline rush for a week at a time. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you get that daybreak where you're back on the fob or you're back at base and you just crash.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we probably had adrenaline pouring through us for...
Or even worse when you come back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm talking, you will sleep for,
yeah,
days.
I mean,
we would sleep for days.
The Nugget, like, he doesn't remember the car ride at this point. He doesn't remember the car ride. He kind of remembers the urgent care, but the moment Goblin got him, my favorite part of any hospital stay is the warm blankets. Got him a blanket from the warmer, put it over him. He got his 800 milligrams of ibuprofen because that's all they would give him.
The fresh blankets are the best.
Out. Oh yeah.
And if you get
so nice.
And if you get a really good nurse, she'll get them right at the peak, right when it dings, just right when it's ready.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I literally was
he left the room, found the roomer, grabbed the blanket, and brought it in. Like we didn't.
I mean, I work in an OR. Like I know exactly, and for the same hospital system.
Yeah.
So I literally
so you're just like, oh yeah, I know where the blankets are. I got them.
Yeah.
Well, and they knew that I was a Methodist. So shout out to Methodist, by the way.
Hashtag amazing. I love that.
But yeah, so they knew I was an employee. So like I walked out, I was like, hey, I'm gonna grab a blanket out of the water, and at the station was like, I can get it for you. I was like, I'm fine. I work in an OR. Like he's cold. I just need a blanket. She's like, oh yeah, grab whatever, like however many you want. I was like, all right. And I grabbed one and I was like, I'm going to get Ducky one. And I was like, Ducky's going to go to sleep. Nope. Ducky doesn't get a warm
blanket. Doesn't get a warm blanket.
And the best part about it was he knows, like, those blankets are great, but they're very thin intentionally. So the best way to do it is to not fully unfold the blanket because it retains the heat. So he
doubled over.
Yeah, he did that and he laid it over the Nugget. And the Nugget just went, ooh.
Yeah, it's like instant calming.
It's the best. It was so
it was so funny because like he was at this point he had gotten cut out of like the makeshift sling that they had, and so his arm was just kind of limp. They didn't have him in a sling yet, and
Because I think
and
we
I
were
could
still
tell
waiting for X-rays.
he was like, you know that moment where your shoulders hurt and you're like trying to keep it forward
Yeah.
while you're laying down because you don't want it to like fall back. So that's what he was doing, and I just watched him just like full relax
Yeah.
into the
As
bed.
soon as the
And-
blanket hit him.
Yep, and I was just
Yep.
like, dude, you're fine. Like, it's not gonna get any worse laying there.
No.
Like, you're not gonna fall out of the bed. The blanket's wrapped around you. Like, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I will say about the adrenaline though,
Mhm.
is like while you're in that high, you're in that rush, your memory is absolute shit.
Mhm.
Like dog shit.
Oh yeah.
There are situations that I was in where my adrenaline was so high that I couldn't even tell you what happened around me, let alone what happened to me.
Right.
But I can
Right.
recount stories that I've been told that I was involved in.
So like for me, when I broke my arm, like my adrenaline was up there, but I've been in, you know, between races and at events where gunshots have popped off. I kind of understand how to handle that adrenaline rush, and nowhere near what you've been through, but I remember bits and pieces, but some of it, like the ER, I don't remember a lot of the ER because it was where I just relaxed, and that's where the crash came.
Mhm.
And so I remember certain things. Like I remember telling the radiology tech that was doing my x-ray, I told him I was going to break his arm and see if he could bend it. So for anybody that doesn't know, I broke this bone and this bone, and my elbow was right here.
Mhm.
And so
He recently found the CD of his X-ray, and
I
I
have it.
refused.
it's behind me somewhere.
I refused.
I don't have a. If I had a disc tray for this PC, I would scan it and like get a picture.
I refused to look at it, but he showed the
Lucky
nugget,
won't look at it.
and
I
the
showed the
nugget was
nugget.
like, "Oh, that's so cool!"
I'm like, I want to
Yeah.
see it.
It's
So-
like that's
So
gnarly.
for anybody that doesn't know, so imagine your elbow bends. It bends, right?
Yeah.
Take this hinge and make it down here. It's not gonna bend, right? That's not the way a
Right.
hinge works. This radiology tech, keep in mind, I can't bend my arm, and he's going, no, I need you to bend it. I was like, it's not gonna bend, dude. And he's like, all right, well, I need you to do whatever you. I was like, listen to me, I am doing everything I can, and I'm telling you, it's not happening.
Because at that point, it's
Right.
just bone on bone. Because
It-
you have no,
Bone on bone. There's no hinge.
there's no,
There's no.
hinge.
I
The
mean,
part
if,
where
his,
it's
if his
gonna-
elbow's up here, if his
Yeah.
The part
actual
where
like,
it's
the
gonna
joint is up
bend,
here, it's not
if
gonna
it
bend.
bends that way, it's coming out of my arm. That's the way a
Yeah.
fulcrum works.
Mhm.
And so I'm trying to explain this to somebody whose job it is to take an x-ray. I'd like to point out, not a Methodist ER. Shout out to Methodist again.
Yeah.
I deserve a raise.
10 out of
I
10.
I deserve a
but-
raise.
10 out of 10 recommend if you are not dating or married to somebody that works in a hospital system, find one or have a friend. Because when I tell you, when the nugget broke his thumb, we all thought it was just a sprain. No, he had a buccal fracture. So they were like, okay, we can get you into the Methodist. They were going to give us one specific doctor. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I scheduled it. His appointment was, I want to say Wednesday. I told Goblin, this is who he's going to see. This is the date. And he goes, let me see what I can do. He got us in, this was Monday, Tuesday, to the best,
Chief of medicine.
yes, hand surgeon, orthopedic hand surgeon, to see him. He cleared a spot specifically for my 12-year-old. Like, I was like,
Yeah, shout
This
out
is
to
nice.
Dr. Rosen. He's the best. He's still, every time I see him, he still is like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? How's he doing?
yeah,
The funniest was so So keep in mind, Dom broke his thumb,
Was out for 2 weeks.
was out for 2 weeks, did not want to, he didn't want to go back and play.
He did, but he didn't.
He did, but he didn't. Right. And you know that feeling. Like you're hurt. Yeah. You're kind of getting better. You don't necessarily want to make it worse, but also you don't want to be the one to be like, maybe not such a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And so
we're sitting. Not only that, but it's like that, especially with sports like football, like having played football myself, like that first injury, that first major injury you get, scares the absolute piss out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And for
it shouldn't, but it does.
For a kid,
it really does.
And specifically for the Nugget, like his nickname was the Tank. Like legitimately, his coaches, there were several times. He is the bull in a china shop. You can knock him to the ground. He will hit the ground and pop back up. I'm good.
And
Let's
so
go.
not just that, but so when he started playing football, he struggled to make it through practice.
Yep.
Without
And
crying.
To be fair.
And getting to the point, and granted, he came from Chicago.
Yep. It
to
was
football
the heat,
in Texas.
It was the heat. It was his first actual summer in the heat.
In Texas.
With all of the pads and all of the helmet and all of that. It was hard. He was a soccer kid beforehand.
I will interject and also add that there is no bigger football state than the state of Texas. They will shut down towns on Friday nights. The entire town will be at the football game.
We had constables at youth football, kindergarten to 6th grade. Constables because of fights.
Fights with parents.
Texas is the absolute biggest football state in the country.
Most of the stadiums for the high schools are about as cool as
college stadiums or NFL.
Yeah, like the one that's the Berry Center. Not NFL, college.
No,
but
college.
The Berry Center,
small college,
is massive and
small college.
Nice.
I'll take you to Caulfield. Small college.
Yeah, but there's also the one that you didn't go to it, but the
Pridgeon, have been there.
Yes, that one is also very nice.
Yeah, Katie's is nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler, the entire town of Tyler, Texas, on Friday night shuts down. All the shops close at 5:45.
Yep.
Game kickoff is at 7. Everybody's at the stadium.
Yeah.
Not a car on the road, not a shop open, not a light on. Everybody's at the stadium and they are partying because their boys are playing on Friday night.
The best thing, like Goblin was saying, like his first year was rough, and like we weren't gonna make him go back for year 2 because he was struggling. And at the end of season 1, we asked him. They won their only game. They played 7 games, and they won 1 game out of 7.
They were 1-7. No, it was 8.
7 and
it was 1-7.
1-7, yeah.
It was 1-7.
Okay. His last game of the season they won. And on our car ride home, hey, okay, season's over. Do you
And I had an offer to get him on another team.
Yeah. Do you want the team that ironically broke his collarbone 2 years later?
No.
No? Oh, no, I know.
No, Patriots.
Patriots, you're right.
But
we asked him, do you want to play football next year? And he aggressively said, yes, I want to play again. Cool.
Immediately after the game.
Immediately. Not a question at all. That year,
year goes by, we tell him we signed him up, and he was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd rather just like stay at home.
Because he didn't like the practices twice a week. His first year.
Wait till this year.
Yeah. His first year, he got most improved. Like, his coaches were so excited for him because he was the one that complained, and he was the reason the
game they won, he ran the ball.
Yeah. The coach was always, there's a difference between hurt and injured. Know the difference. You skinned your knee. You're hurt, not injured. You're fine.
The best. So back to Dom. So he he breaks his thumb. Keep in mind, he broke his thumb and continued to play for the rest of practice. Yeah. He broke his thumb 15 minutes into practice.
Mm-hmm. And
hit
we had
thumb to helmet right where the face mask is. That's where he caught the thumb.
2 Fire EMS.
2 Fire
as our coaches.
EMS
checked him out.
All there, checked him out.
He could wiggle it. It was just sore.
He could move it. The next day was when all he did was say, "I need an ice pack. I hurt my thumb in football," and she was like, "Oh, squeeze my hand." Well,
and he couldn't. He couldn't move his thumb anymore. It was so swollen. It was bad. There was no bruising, but it was definitely very swollen.
Anyways, so then Dr. Rosen asked him. He said, you know, like, I can clear you to play in a cast. And he just sat there quiet. And we sat there for 5 minutes with the doctor, just like, we're not gonna, and we told him straight up, if you don't want to play, we're not gonna make you.
Mm-hmm.
And he refused to answer the question. He claims that he told us no, he didn't want to play. I was like, bro, I will call Dr. Rosen right now. He did not.
Yeah.
And so Dr. Rosen basically said, well, I'll tell you what. He's like, I'm going to sign this that says you're cleared to play. It is your choice whether or not you give it to the coach. Mm-hmm. And so we went from doctor's office to practice, straight to practice.
Because he had missed for 2 weeks of
2
practice,
weeks.
5 practices, because they're by weeks. They had an extra.
Yep. And so we went straight to practice, and he was out there immediately. As soon as he got out of the car, he was like in the car. He was kind of whining about it. Mm-hmm. As soon as he got out of the car, all the coaches saw him. All the players saw him. They were like, "Oh my God, like he's here!" That adrenaline hit. I'm telling you, he didn't want to leave.
Mm-mm. And we gave him plenty. Like, so we took, because when he broke it, they put him in a splint and wrapped it with ace bandage wraps. So me being the mom, not wanting, if my kid was playing against somebody who had a cast, getting hit with a hard cast. So I took those ace bandage wraps and I wrapped his cast. I know it's not going to make the cast softer, but it's going to make it less rough because I have half of his cast here. He's got a tiny hand. But I didn't want this to hit the kid and scratch him. So I was like, I'll wrap it, you know, and they give him water breaks and stuff every time he'd come over, get water. I'm like, you good? Do you want to go home? Like, no, I'm good. And the amount of times that their head coach, who watched him from where he was when he started in 4th grade to where he was now in 6th grade, pointed out that the kid with the broken thumb was doing better than half of the other kids on the team with all of their parts.
It was
I could see the moment that like, hit him. He was all chest up, like, yeah, I'm a badass bitch.
There was a kid that took a hit, and for this kid it was a big hit, but I mean he's a little bit on the softer side. He's a small kid.
Yeah.
Which most of the team was, and the kid that hit him was bigger than him, if bigger at all. Mm-hmm. But he took a hit, and it was 15 minutes later, and the kid's still sniffling and whining, helmet off. And I remember Coach Neal's standing there, and he's just like, does everybody see this? Like, we got a kid here running these drills with a broken thumb and a cast. Like, I need y'all to suck it the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I just remember seeing the look, just the firelight in Dom's eye. But going back to him breaking his collarbone, he got hurt, and Coach Doug runs over to check on him on the field. And
I love Doug.
He's like, hey buddy, are you okay? Are you okay? And Doug's words, Dom does not remember this at all. Mm-mm. But in Doug's words, he said,
big eyes.
Big-eyed. he looked at me and said, "I heard a pop." And Doug was like, "Oh shit. This is real. This just got really real, really fast."
And Dom was the second kid of that particular game to get hurt within 20 minutes of each other.
The first one, mom's a pediatrician, right? No EMS
on the field
anywhere
at all. They were late.
At any of the fields. There were 8 fields going.
And we're
No
talking,
EMS.
again, kindergarten flag, which isn't a lot, but anything could happen.
Yeah.
To 6th grade, big kids. Like, Dom is not small. Dom is probably 160 pounds, 5'5". He's a stocky kid. He doesn't look heavy. He's dense. That's the best way I can describe him. He is a very dense kid, and he is one of those kids that, like I'm saying, his name was Hank because he would take hits and just pop right back up. And I was watching, and when he didn't get back up, I stood up and I made my way down, didn't grab any of my shit, made my way down, and stood next to Goblin and went, "Okay, are we good? Are we not good?" He's like, "Just give it a minute." Because when we started football, I told Goblin, "You are going to be the sane one. You are going to tell me when I need to panic. Because otherwise I will be a nervous wreck every single game." And we had gone 2.5 years without any issues. Like, yeah, he got hurt, but not like this. Just,
bumps and bruises, but that happens.
But that, rolled ankles.
That first major injury is like that is your, for a football player, even as a younger kid, like I think my first major injury was, I'm trying to think. Oh, it was torn bicep.
Yeah.
It was only, sorry.
That, when you get as a player, when you get that first injury, that puts in your mind, that first major injury, that puts in your mind, okay, this is real. This really hurts. I'm really hurt. Do I really want to keep doing this?
Yep. And I think that's kind of where he's at right now, because he's been telling his dad he wants to play basketball instead of football. And his dad, not trying to say it like this, but I think his dad is also equally concerned because, again, he broke 2 bones in 4 weeks.
Chances are you might be better there than you thought.
Yeah. So let's go back on topic, because our small talk turned into a tangent, and Goblin's trying to get us back on topic.
I'm cool with it. We got content. We'll talk sports stuff today.
I'll make bonus content because we need bonus content.
All right. Well, in that case, everybody wanted to do the hop down the Reddit train today. So we're going to get into Am I the Asshole? Everybody's favorite Reddit, apparently. Thanks.
Okay,
He said what I was thinking.
I think all of us here are at some point assholes.
Well, I'm very much an asshole.
I'd like to point out.
I know Reaper really well.
I'd like to point out that when Goblin and I first met, I couldn't stand him.
Still can't.
It comes and goes.
So there are definitely times where Katie's like, "You're an asshole, but I love you." We are very much.
You're an asshole, but you're my asshole. That's kind of how it is.
Look, if I could set a dynamic for mine and Katie's marriage with some similarities, but not all.
Tread
I would
carefully.
Choose your
I can think of one scenario, ironically from a TV show. Beth and
You wish.
Rip.
You wish.
No, I kid you not. She could look at me and go, "Fuck you. I love you. I'll see you at home, but fuck you."
I say that
literally. She would give me that.
I get that on a weekly basis.
That is I don't want to say
Death and Rip.
healthy relationship because, you know, some people, but when you are able to be unapologetically yourself with
very
your
much so.
person, it is the best feel. I don't feel like I have to be on all the time. I don't feel like I have to be anything other than myself when I am with Goblin. And when I tell you, you guys think I'm a fucking dork, you have no idea. I am probably, what would you say, Goblin? 65% with them compared to you? Dork meter?
Oh, dork meter?
Mm-hmm.
30. High 30%.
Look, I'll give you this. She made my most favorite moment. And we're almost a year in. We've almost made it a year. Be a year in December. I was beating myself up earlier because I was like, I've been working since I was 16. I'm paying this child support. I don't have nothing. I have nothing to show for it.
You have us.
I said I have a truck, I have an Xbox that I've had for 5 years, and I've got a computer. I said there's things that I've wanted to do. There's things that I've wanted that I haven't been able to do or get, or because I don't have the money. And she literally came in and goes, I love you. You pissed me off by saying that, but I want you to remember one thing. The way you made it sound was that you're doing this alone. You're not alone.
You're not.
She said, if there's stuff that you want to do or stuff that you want, we'll figure it out together.
I want to bear it.
No. I want a ring.
If I told her I wanted to bear it, if I told her I wanted to bear it, you know what I would get told?
Be content with that. Be content
Shit in one hand and want in the other, and let me know which one fills up faster.
I mean, I would honestly, if I really wanted to bear it, I would get a bear.
I would love a bear it.
It would take time, but Ducky would help me figure out how to stash $10,000 away.
Look,
buy a Barrett, but
I had make it 1,000. You said how much? 10,000. Make it 1,150, and I'll help you stash money.
Don't forget to mention you want ammo for it. How much that costs?
If I still had my contacts, Goblin. If I still had some of my contacts, I'd have you a Barrett.
Hank gets it.
It would be coming to your house piece by piece, but I'd have you a Barrett.
Oh,
I just want a 1911. I'm not greedy.
1911s are cheap.
I just want a fucking wedding ring, okay?
I got an Am I the Asshole story.
Go ahead.
Mine's kind of short. Am I the asshole for choosing to go to my grandfather's funeral over my unborn daughter's 20-week ultrasound?
I saw that one.
Oh.
So it says, my wife, female, 25, and I, male, 26, are expecting a baby girl due in November. We are both so excited for it. I've been talking to her through my wife's belly, being excited, feeling kicks, all the fun stuff. 3 weeks ago, we scheduled the 20-week ultrasound. It'll be closer to 22 weeks. The last week and a half, my grandfather's health had been slowly diminishing. I had to talk with my father and family, and were told that sometime within a week of his passing, we would have the funeral. This made my wife and I have to talk about the plan. I was asked to be a pallbearer at the funeral. She said she'd want to stay home with the dogs so we didn't have to board them, and that I could go by myself to the 4 to 4.5 hour trip up north to my father's hometown. Unfortunately, my grandfather passed away late last night or this morning I called my father to make sure he was okay, which he was holding on as much as would when your father passes away. But I was told the funeral would be held at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. This just so happens to be the exact same day that my wife has the ultrasound. My wife is now upset that I plan to go to my grandma's funeral instead of sorry, the grammar's instead of going to the ultrasound appointment. I said, well, we could FaceTime, but that's my grandfather. I know FaceTime isn't the same, but she said, yeah, but this is your daughter. Now she's mad and upset with me. I'm emotionally torn from this because I'm so excited for my big girl, but also really sad about my grandfather. I just want to know if I'm the asshole here. My wife's feelings are always going to be, but I feel like mine aren't being considered in a situation. I don't know. So what do y'all
No.
think? Is he the asshole?
I don't think he's
You
the
missed it a
asshole.
sonogram, not a birth.
I don't think he's the asshole.
What's
And
the sound?
I also don't think the wife is the asshole in the situation. And here's why.
Yeah, I think it's just a fucked up
Hormones.
situation.
It's a really screwed up, fucked up situation. It's unpredictable. It happens. Like Hank said, it's a sonogram, not a birth. But she has a lot of hormones going through her, and I can imagine, I've gone to ultrasounds by myself. But at the end of the day, it's regardless, yes, she is his daughter, but also that is his grandfather. Neither one of them are the asshole in the situation. It's just a really, really messed up timing thing.
And it's not like he's missing the birth, like we said.
Right. And if I was her, I probably would have said, well, let me call and see if I can reschedule so that way you can be here. And I also understand why she doesn't want to go, one, because of the dogs, but also 2, 4 hours when you're 22 weeks pregnant in a car sucks.
That's a lot of
I mean,
stuff.
literally the number one comment on this is not the asshole. The appointment could have been rescheduled.
Yeah.
The funeral can't be.
Exactly.
And literally the next comment below that is, I don't understand why the answer isn't automatically reschedule the appointment.
Yeah. And see, that's where my brain went.
See,
Yeah.
I get it, and I get that it's an important, it's an important milestone in the pregnancy. But a death you can't control a death in the family.
Exactly.
I don't think either one of them is the asshole in this situation. Like Ducky said, I agree. I think it's just a horrible timing. Like the timing couldn't be any worse. But I think that she could have rescheduled the ultrasound.
Yeah.
You can't reschedule burying somebody, unfortunately.
Exactly. Okay. So I have am I the asshole?
Go ahead.
Am I the asshole for telling my friend I don't want to end up like her after she told me to lower my standard? I, 22F, female, met Rachel, 23 female, 3 years ago in university. We became friends. For context, I have never dated before, and I am okay with that. I don't purposefully seek out relationship, and I am comfortable being by myself. I've had a few close friends, and this is enough for me. In contrast, Rachel has had a lot of boyfriends and doesn't like to be single. Her word. She met her husband, Max, 2 years ago in one of the university classes, and they quickly began dating. He wasn't the most pleasant guy to be around, and they had quite a few big arguments during the relationship. He even tried to flirt with me, and I told Rachel about it, but she dismissed it, saying he was probably just trying to butter me up so I would help him with homework. He has told some sexist jokes in the past too. Whenever they fought, I always told Rachel she deserves better and to break up with him, but in the end, they always made up. He proposed to her after 1 year, and they got married 4 months ago. However, they moved in together in the apartment that Rachel's parents pay the rent for. Max became even worse. He never helps out with the cleaning or cooking, doesn't really take Rachel out on dates anymore, and whenever she tries to talk to him about it, Max tells her to stop complaining about wife duties. Mm-hmm. So a few days ago, Rachel asked me if I would go out. So a few days ago, Rachel asked me if I would like to go out on a date with one of her friends from high school who is single and looking for a relationship. I'd never been on a date, so I agreed out of curiosity. We went to a nice restaurant. The guy never asked me a single question about myself back, and I got tired of coming up with questions about him, so we just sat the rest of the meal in awkward silence. We split the bill, and after he walked me to the subway station, he tried to kiss me. I declined as politely as I could and went home. The next day, I met up with Rachel. Apparently, she had already heard about how the date went from her friend. She asked me why I rejected him. I told her the reason I mentioned before, and that I didn't really like the guy. She then rolled her eyes and said, I need to lower my standards because I'm honestly not that attractive. And that I blew maybe my only chance to date, and if I continue like that, I'd end up alone forever. Even though she knows I'm fine without a relationship. Also, I'm not insecure about my appearance, but hearing my friends say that about me hurt. I got angry and said, better be forever alone than end up like you with a husband who doesn't respect me. She started crying and said that I'm being rude and when she was just trying to look out for me, and then left. We haven't texted or spoken since. Honestly, I'm not sure if I want to salvage this friendship after finding out this is how Rachel felt about me all of this time. However, I feel guilty for saying this to her when I knew it was a sore spot, and also kind of blaming her for the fact that her husband is awful. So, am I the asshole in this situation?
They both are.
A little bit.
I was going to say
But-
kinda.
On that story, don't you love being a dude? When we insult each other, it shows how much we like being friends.
I mean, me and my best friend make
I mean,
jokes about each other.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
So
No, not like that, but I'm just saying.
Depends on
You're
the
ugly.
insult.
So
I
the-
mean, like,
hold
if
on.
I don't give you shit, I don't like you.
So the top comment on this is not the asshole, and I see why, and I kind of agree.
I would say I would lean that way, but I think they both kind of are because
mean,
there's other
I'm-
ways to say that I don't end
I'm
up
leaning. I'm leaning. That's why I said kinda, because really the way the Reddit works is you either are like a kind of
Yeah.
but like when you throw a shot like that,
Yeah.
especially out of anger.
But also,
I mean, and I've thrown some heat at Reaper.
yeah.
You've
In
hit
the
me with
past.
some haymakers.
Oh,
don't
but-
even lie.
Dom's hit you with some
But-
haymakers.
But generally, when I'm throwing
He's hit you
heat,
with some, and I don't want to
it's
say it
to-
on the cast.
when I'm throwing heat at Reaper, is generally to make him go, "Oh, he's right."
Mhm.
Case,
Like it's
case in
because
point,
I care. It's not because I'm mad at you. Did or something you said.
Case in point, my whole last marriage, these two pretty much called it. Or wherever they are on the screen, because yeah, Ducky and Goblin pretty much called that. Hank wasn't around back then, so
No.
He would have called it.
he would have called it too. I guarantee
Everybody was calling it, my dude.
it. Like,
Look.
but some of the shots that
you know
Goblin
what-
threw
oh,
during
I was harsh.
were
I
harsh.
was harsh.
Like, I wanted to go asshole all day long, like just call him asshole every time. But I was like, the more I looked at it, the more I was like,
The
damn, he's right. This is exactly how this is
remember-
going. All right, Hank,
Oh,
hit us when you read it.
this one is: am I the asshole for not giving my car to my roommate after he returned it on an empty tank last time? So, my roommate borrowed the car and brought it back without gas, and then he recently asked to borrow it again, and I refused to. Am I an asshole? No.
No.
You take my car, better have gas in it when you get back.
Yeah, not to mention, like, is your roommate on your insurance? Like, that's where my mind goes. I'm not letting anybody drive my car because I don't need to be the one on the hook for something that they did.
So, interesting fact. Insurance companies don't actually insure the vehicle. They insure the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Second off, yes. No, not an asshole, because cash, gas, or ass.
Actually,
If you're not refilling the tank and you're not giving me ass or cash, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Some insurance companies, State Farm, because I have State Farm, then Geico, have it to where a driver is covered if they're not on your insurance, but if they're in an accident, they have to be added before they can ever drive it again.
Yes. But no, not an asshole, cash, gas, or ass.
Yeah.
Next question.
Goblin looks confused.
I always thought it was cash, grass, or ass.
You can do either or, but I'm not in.
I've heard cash, gas, or grass instead of ass.
I'm not into grass. I might eat an edible every now and then. I haven't in a long time. Not really into grass, so cash, gas, or ass. You're either putting gas in it and giving me cash, or you're giving me ass. One of the two.
So much scar tissue in my lungs, I can't smoke nothing, but I've got gummies because of my back.
I would love. I might invest in some gummies.
Goblin and I are thinking the same thing.
The chocolate bars are awesome too.
I just threw it out.
I don't know about the chocolate
what
bar.
out?
Gummies.
I may or may not have had 1,000 milligram gummy that I got rid of.
You motherfucker.
Oh no, you didn't want that.
It's fine.
1,000 milligram.
There's shit in the bedroom if I want any of that.
I would not be able to feel my toes.
You'd have a campfire in your soul.
This big. And my mom and I have, like, most people would think it's a really weird relationship.
I love it.
Like, me and my mom play this game of make the other one.
You're my
I lost you there. I lost you, Ray.
Who's more uncomfortable?
Play a game of
we play a game called Who Can Make the Other One.
It cut you out again. What the fuck?
What the hell? What's cutting me out?
I don't
know. More uncomfortable?
It's who can make the other more uncomfortable.
Yeah. So basically, me and my mom will crack jokes, and she always wins. She'll always win.
My favorite is the swing.
The swing, which was not her joke,
not her.
which is hilarious. So I went for context. I went to go reinstall the base to a chair that she had reupholstered. And so I get to my mom's apartment. I'm like, hey, where's the chair? Like, I'm here to fix it. And she's like, oh yeah, it's in the room. I was like, where is it at? Because it's my mom's room. Like, I'm not just going to open the door. And as I'm opening the door, it goes, oh yeah, it's laying right underneath the swing. And I'm telling you, I broke my neck so fast. Like, door swung open. I said, you're going to have to go get it and bring it out here in that room. I was like, I don't give a fuck. And like, he never. So like, for instance, my grandpa passed, 2 of them passed away from cancer. And me and my mom are playing, we're all sitting around playing Cards Against Humanity. And her boyfriend is holding on to a cancer card with dear life. Like, I'm not playing it. Me and my mom, if we get it, it's fucking going. Like, we're throwing dark ass jokes.
He threw the one, it was something about who's in the room with me or something, and I think it was my dead father or something like that.
He did.
You did.
Oh yeah, I did.
You played it, and she died laughing, and I'm just like, oh. No.
An online version of that would be hilarious with all 4 of us.
Yeah.
Oh, they have it.
They have it.
They have it. Yeah.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
I need to get
It's not quite the same.
It's very similar though.
Yeah, it's very similar. But there's a new one that's on TikTok that I really want to get. That's called "Fuck You."
Yes.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's like Go Fish, but it's "Fuck You."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think cut right there because we're cutting that 20-minute tangent out. For nobody to ever see the light of day.
It will never see the light of
but
day.
Reaper, you got one more Am I the Asshole from King Asshole?
I do. All right. So this one is: am I the asshole for washing my hands after touching my girlfriend's butthole?
No.
No, technically she was.
Please pick another one. Reaper, for
No,
the
this
love
is-
of God, no.
No, this is. I have read this thing and it's hilarious, so I'm gonna go for it because it's hilarious. So, for context, we had both just showered, ate pizza when she, 28 female, asked if I, 31 male, would massage her butt because her tailbone hurts, unrelated to me touching her butthole. Her tailbone pain was pre-butthole touch. She said she thought her tailbone used to be by her butthole and now it's more inside her. I essentially said, tell me when and start reaching down her crack. Is that your tailbone? I asked. No, that's my butthole. I, laughing, went to the bathroom and washed my hands. Normal, right? She comes into the bathroom offended that I washed my hands. I said it was a butthole. She said it's her butthole and it's clean. And I said a clean butthole is still a butthole. She informed me that she had not pooped. We had just showered and I've ate her butt. Yeah, and it was clean and after we showered and I used mouthwash for my mouth, not her butthole. So I also said I didn't want to have to sniff it. I didn't want to be that guy. I did it so I wouldn't be constantly wondering if my finger smells like a butthole. I did it to avoid smelling my finger, which is true, but also I touched her butthole. She said she touches my balls. Should she wash her hands after? I said probably. Long story short, am I the asshole for washing my hands after touching my girlfriend's clean butthole after eating pizza? I don't know that the pizza matters, but I thought it was important for context.
I'm not answering this one.
So then there's a whole update that I'm not going to read, but basically he said he grazed her butthole. There was no penetration. Sorry to bum everyone out. He wasn't finger blasting her butthole with one hand while holding a pizza slice in the other. He said, I don't think my girlfriend is insecure about her cleanliness or is a piece of work. I think she's funny. We were both way too stoned when all this happened, which is also the reason we decided to let Reddit tell us who the asshole is.
I'm dead. I'm so
I
dead.
definitely think it's her butthole is the asshole. Also, can I just say I don't
eye
fucking know why.
contact.
It was the eye contact and however the fuck you kept saying butthole was killing me. It was just
Mine was
So this was really hard to read because it's like he like just yeah.
for
I think
me.
you said butthole like 25 times.
I think
For
buttholes in there
me,
like 25 times.
It was the eye contact Goblin and I both made
Yes.
at the beginning when you read that.
I mean, me personally, he's not an asshole. If I wash my hands if I scratch my own butt.
Thank you.
Like I don't want to smell my ass on my fingers.
So,
Right.
so okay. Have you ever seen Joe Coy's bit about his kid getting pink eye?
Yeah.
He explains it perfectly, and I will find the clip of it's. You have to pass your nose to get to your eye, and your nose is telling your brain, "Don't put that shit in your eye."
Right.
And it's just if you touch a butthole, whether it's yours or anybody else's, wash your fucking hands.
Or anything else that touches the butthole.
Look, so growing up, we always wondered as kids. We always wondered how you got pink eye, and then I didn't believe it when it was actually like scientifically proven and shown and laid out. It was
I never questioned it because the amount of times me and my cousins gave each other pink eye because we were fucking assholes. Literally.
But see, now we didn't know that.
Butt in their pillow.
I didn't know that. And then you bare ass fart on a pillow, and
Yep.
one time, and somebody gets pink eye, and you're like, oh, well, that's how you get pink eye. Okay.
Well, it has nothing to do with farting. It's that you rubbed your bare
It's the
ass.
fecal matter. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because as a kid, kids don't wipe their ass very well.
No. Some adults don't wipe their ass very well.
No.
That's true.
Okay. We're already talking about butthole. I was on TikTok. I did not see butthole. Hold on. There was another podcast where they were talking about how some people don't wash their ass. And for you guys, you have heard me when it's the time Nugget takes a shower every single day. And when he goes to the bathroom, what do I say?
Wash your ass.
Wash your ass. Get all up in there. Apparently, some people feel that the water cascading down your body is sufficient to wash your asshole.
Yeah.
How
No.
loose are your butt cheeks?
Look,
'Cause
when I first moved down here, I thought Katie was a little weird because when you walk into our bathroom and you go to the toilet, there is toilet paper
and what?
and then there are wipes, wet wipes.
Yeah. Dude
So
wipes.
Dude wipes are the best.
no,
Dude
not
wipes?
dude wipes. She just gets like baby wipes.
I
But
kept
those
dude
are
wipes in my truck when I was
Dude
trucking.
wipes-
I'm
dude
telling you.
wipes
it'll
are-
kill you.
I've used dude
bomb.
wipes.
Yeah.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
But
Although I will say the mint,
stay away from the mint.
I enjoy it.
the
Tingly.
the mint. Listen, you'll never. I saw some lady
I
on
used the
TikTok.
mint.
Some lady on TikTok was talking about her husband got dude wipes, and she normally would get them, but would get the scent free ones. And I guess he went to the store and picked up the mint ones. And she's like, I've never been more aware of asshole.
So I had dabbled with the wipes, especially with like the Cottonelle wet wipes and the dude wipes prior to moving down here, but not really. I wasn't really full force into like using it. But I'll tell you what, that makes a huge difference. Like you feel
Oh, yeah.
so much cleaning.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll go in with the toilet paper and then I'll go in with a wipe. Like
Yeah.
Yep.
it's, and I think that should be the new
Toilet
norm.
paper, wipe toilet paper, because I don't want
A wet ass.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, no, I'm all up in that because ain't no way.
I thought Goblin was all up in it.
We spent so much time trying to dodge that joke. Fucking Hank's like, nope, motherfuckers.
Oh God.
The most mortifying thing, and I know Goblin has done it, and just is polite
Hank,
not to say it. Hold on.
Hank, I'm giving you 5 points for that one. That's why I like the wipes because so like that have like look, most of us guys have hairy ass cracks. Like I'm one of them. I have a hairy ass crack. You wipe your ass with the toilet paper. A lot of times, that's why I don't follow the wipes with toilet paper because then you get the cleanies.
That's what I'm
And I
saying.
don't like the toilet paper. I don't like the toilet paper cleanies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels so, and then it like snags on like you don't get it all, and it snags on your underwear, and you're just like later, and you just feel it pluck, and you're like, ah, fuck,
I don't have that problem.
God damn it, pulls one of your asshole hairs out. Like, no, I'm good.
I've never been so glad I don't have a hairy asshole.
Get up and close with the undead family.
Right.
Yeah, right.
All up in there, just.
I think
Fucking
I do
boy.
think that my next
This last story
investment?
might be bonus content for never to be heard.
yeah, I think my next investment for the house is going to be a boudoir though.
A bidet, you mean? Not a
A bidet.
boudoir?
Bidet. Thank you. A bidet.
Boudoir is a
Because-
cabinet.
They've got those you can put on your existing toilet now.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
I installed for my mom. She's in love with that sucker.
Look, the thing about them though that kind of tripped me out was the fact that a lot of them have like a warmer on them, so like you can warm the water up, so you're not getting a cold jet on your asshole. But it comes in the front pocket for the women too, so they're not getting front blasted with ice cold water.
Yeah.
Hey, look, after a long
Listen,
amount
listen,
of invigorated exercise, cold blast of water feels pretty great.
Look,
listen,
I come home from work and take a cold shower.
I'm just gonna say this because I know Reaper's curiosity. Don't try to just be like, "Oh, how strong is this stream of water?" Don't do it.
It
Because
will
it's
go
gonna-
straight to your colon.
No, I mean it's gonna shoot to the ceiling.
I do.
Oh, I know. It's a pretty good stream of water.
You know, I think it's like Thailand where they just literally have like a.
You cut out.
In Thailand, they have like a water hose for
You're
the
still cutting
toilet.
out.
It's still cut you out.
I don't fucking.
You're doing what
understand.
Ducky was doing. What, a few weeks ago? We were having this issue.
It's been happening. It's been
Yeah.
happening to all of y'all. Have been cutting out in and out, but it's all right.
If it's all of us.
So you were saying they have a hose
Discord.
in the toilet?
Yeah, they have like the toilet, and then they have a water hose.
Yeah, no.
There is a
I
woman
don't know what kind
on
of hose you
TikTok.
see, but I don't go to the ones that look like they're in the toilet.
That's not a real bidet.
There is a woman on TikTok that has sticks with sponges on the end of them that her family uses instead of toilet paper. I'll find it and I'll send it to you guys. I
Okay.
don't know if it's
Please don't.
I don't know if
No.
it's joking or, like satire or whatever. But it is the strangest fucking thing. So I know back when COVID hit, or a little before COVID, or slightly after COVID, everyone was about reusable stuff. Reusable washcloths, reusable paper towels. They lost me at reusable toilet paper.
Yeah. Who's gonna throw shitty toilet paper in the washer?
That's the whole reason
Well, I remember when toilet paper
That's
was
where
the
you go to
problem, there were a
laundromat.
lot of people that were like, "Oh, just use a washcloth." Like, fucking no.
if I and this has happened where we've run out of toilet paper, just getting in the shower. Like,
So, okay.
I'm not using a
Last op-
washcloth on my asshole, sorry.
Well, that's like
Last-
Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant used to shit in the shower.
Yeah.
Waffle stop.
Yeah, he would stomp it out
Yeah.
because he was too big to sit on the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Last opportunity to earn points. With a final question. What is the weirdest thing you have ever used as toilet paper? Or have seen or heard someone use as toilet paper?
I'm definitely gonna win.
I have two.
I doubt it.
Oh, I don't know. 'Cause
I
it
have-
wasn't
I
on.
got one. It's
It
pretty.
wasn't on me.
I have three if I include somebody. So none of these have happened to me. To preface. Family members. A sock. You know how toilet seats sometimes have the covers?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Toilet seat cover. Shower curtain. And left the shower curtain on the shower.
Hank.
Well, two. One, when we were a kid, you can't pretty much do it anymore. TV guide when you're out of toilet paper. But the other, we had some tenants that were from over the border illegally. Like 8 of them in one apartment. And they didn't use toilet paper in this one. They were over the border, but not from Mexico. Let's put it that way. They were Somali. They cut a hole in our floor of the apartment because they were on the bottom floor. And they would just kneel over that and go and then pull their pants up. We found this out the hard way because they would set something over the hole. There was a leak in the building. And when we went under the building, there was just a huge pile under that apartment and a hole covered when you looked up. All over under the building.
Gross.
Very.
Goblin?
Well, time to embarrass my mother.
Uh-oh.
Mama.
I
No, it
hope
wasn't
Goblin's
her.
not watching.
No, it was her mom. So
Not
my
Granny
grandma,
Goblin.
yeah, my Nana, she's long gone. But I was a kid, and we were at the park, and public park. You know what a lot of public parks have? Public bathrooms. You know what a lot of the bathrooms have? Gated doors and padlock. Nana didn't make it. We used a lot of different things to help Nana. Magazine was one. Paper towel. Spare shirt. Trash bags. A Kleenex box. And the floor mat of the car.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh.
Let's just say it was it was something. Not solid. Was not solid. I don't know. Reaper might have it. Reaper's got some military shit.
Yeah.
I don't. I've got like 4.
You know,
I got one story to say before we close it too.
With the MREs though, if you spread, I'm gonna embarrass my niece. She was probably 6 or 7.
What are you spreading with an MRE?
Hold on.
Right.
Hold on.
Besides chaos.
So, nothing to do with MREs. It brought me to this story. So my niece, 6 or 7 years old, goes, "Hey, you know, if you spread your cheeks far enough, when you poop, you don't have as much of a mess to clean up because it doesn't come out like Play-Doh and get on your butt cheeks." And I said, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, so when I go in the potty, I grab one and the other, and I spread and then sit." And I said, "How did you discover this?" She goes, "I don't know. One day I was reading for something, and I just noticed I didn't have to wipe as many times because it wasn't smeared on my butt cheeks." We're at dinner at a restaurant, and she's telling me, "Just spread your butt cheeks a little." She goes, "It works really good with farts too, because there's no reverb from your cheeks." So the MREs was your shit is already solid. So if you spread it far enough, it's just bloop, right out. Solid cleanup.
So for science, I'm now going to test that theory for farts.
Make sure you wash your hands.
I will, but I will have a report for you guys next week on whether that works for farts and it cuts on the reverb.
I just need Katie to walk in for 5 minutes
right
when you give that report, because I know there's gonna, when she's behind you and doesn't know, she's back and just.
I mean, theoretically, if you think about it, when you fart, what do you feel? Your butt cheeks.
The vibration in your butt cheeks, yeah.
So if there are no butt cheeks, depending on how tight your asshole is.
I was gonna say, now if I do that and I still feel reverb, it's because the sphincter's pretty tight.
So okay, I'm only gonna say this, and it's Jesus Christ. This podcast just needs to be the different kinds of shit talk that we can have.
Literally,
the new meaning of shit talking.
Literally shit.
Especially after my next story.
So Reaper's gone hunting. I know Hank's. If you have to shit in the woods, what do you do?
Well, if I don't have toilet paper, I use leaves.
But generally, you squat down like forearms are on knee.
Oh
Yeah.
More or less in that position because you were not seated on something, you're a little more spread. It's not generally as messy.
Well, also that's if you think back to creation of the squatty potty, squatting in that position, you're in a more natural position, so you get more of a natural, easy flow.
Yeah.
When it comes to the fart, you think about it. You've seen old footage, or like say movies or people. They're laying on their side on a couch. They lift their leg up in the air when they fart. That's spreading your cheeks, and it's just a.
Yeah, you
All
just
right,
got to worry about the sphincter clench.
So my oddity of toilet papers. None of them are mine. I've never. One of them is from a movie. A corn cob.
Oh.
They used to use corn husks, but I can't imagine a fucking corn cob.
No, a corn cob.
Like with corn still on it, or
No.
You're going to say the movies.
No.
Are you going to bring up the 3 seashells?
I was going to say the 3 seashells from.
Still don't know how the fuck those work.
Yeah, I don't either. And apparently you can't Google how they work either because nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows how they fucking work.
There's people that have speculated that you use the 3 seashells one at a time to scoop the poop out. I guess I don't know.
Like how Ducky's like, I have no idea what.
But the 3 seashells.
Demolition Man. I'll make you watch it.
Yes,
it's a great movie. It's funny. Sandra Bullock's in it.
It's Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock. It's a good movie.
He literally starts cussing so that the computerized system will spit out tickets so that he has shit paper.
It's illegal to cuss.
You get a fine for cussing.
It's illegal to swear. Like crap is a swear word in the movie.
But it's really good. So Cornhusk combat or 3 seashells, a combat boot.
So literally kicking your own ass.
A hand.
That's India.
And
at India, your hand that you use is not allowed at the dinner table.
Why in my fucked up brain is it a prosthetic?
No, it's just a hand.
I have another one that I just thought about.
And ironically, just because it was passing by and handy, a lizard.
Okay. Animal cruelty.
A live lizard.
I thought of another one that happened. My poor child. I'm just putting all his business out there. He was still in diapers, and I was changing him. I turned my back for 3 seconds to grab the wipes.
Never turn your back.
The 3 seconds, he rolled and scooted like a dog across the carpet.
Shit smear.
Yes.
So he used the carpet to wipe his own ass.
He used the carpet to wipe his own ass and giggled the whole time, and I'm assuming it's because it was tickling his bits.
So the corn cob wasn't as bad as I thought it was, because like you just go front to back just like you normally would with toilet paper.
Front
it's on the corn cob. You just toss it. Nobody knows how to use the 3 seashells to this day.
My brain is so fucked up.
Hey.
My brain would just be more efficient if you put it on a drill.
Sawzall.
Oh no.
That's a different motion, sir.
You don't want it going in and out. You want it rotating.
Nobody knows how to use the 3 seashells. The combat boot was literally because this guy, I'm not going to use any names or tell where, but literally in a situation where shit was hitting the fan, literally shat his pants and in a pinch used his combat boot. The hand was, I know they do that in India. They also don't shake, if you shake hands in India
Don't use
with
the
someone,
left hand.
yeah, and they shake your hand with their left hand, they don't like you. It's a sign of disrespect.
Because they're using the shit hand. That's why back
That's
in
the poo hand.
in the back in India, if you were caught stealing, they cut off your right hand.
And the lizard was hilarious because I don't fucking know why you would grab. Who in their right mind would be taking a shit in the middle of the desert and be like, "Oh, there's no toilet paper. Oh, look, a fucking lizard."
And then you zoom the camera over and it's 3 lizards. They go, bud. Why?
Okay, first of all, I don't know why most people, when they think of a lizard, they think of the little ones you see on.
Lost you again.
No, it was a regular desert lizard.
But that's what I'm saying. A desert lizard is different than what most people think of when they think of like a gecko outside of their lawn. So according to Reddit, the 3 seashells says Sylvester Stallone revealed that a screenwriter on the film had explained to him how to use a 3 seashell. He used the first and second like chopsticks, and then the third to scrape away any remaining waste. It's just the mental image of 2 seashells on your finger. It had me dying.
Okay, Hank has been trying to tell the story for the last 10 minutes.
I'm sorry.
I got a really short one and one that's about my grandpa here. Early 80s or early mid 80s, I was 2 or 3. I was left at home with my dad because my mom had to ride with her dad and stepmom to Illinois up here because her grandma had passed away. His mom, her dad's mom. And on the way back, there's my mom in the passenger side, her stepmom in the middle, and my grandpa driving. They stop in a town here with an apple orchard and get a big gallon jug of apple cider. He drinks the whole thing on the way back to Texas.
Oh.
Halfway to Texas, whoosh. So there, his wife is in the middle. My mom's on the side with her head out the window, but her stepmom is sitting there because he's just going down the road laughing, and each time he laughed, it's every time he laughed, it would start coming out more, and it was too late to do anything, so he just kept going.
No.
What was that about? What was that? Was that Bill Engvall or Ron White that told the joke about when Grandma gets the walking farts?
Yeah.
Sounds like a machine gun.
The other one's a small one, real quick, about me. When I was about 1.5 years, 2, I was walking, couldn't talk, still in diapers and everything. And it wasn't number 2. My mom kept going in the living room saying, "Man, it stinks in here." Looking everywhere, everything's fine. Until one day she walks in there, my diaper's on the floor, and I'm at her antique spittoon just sitting there taking a leak right in it. And it was full to the brim of urine.
He was peeing in his spittoon. Oh God, Hank.
Well, Ducky's gonna have fun with this one because
we're at 3 hours.
Yeah,
there's a lot of editing.
I've got
about a dozen tangents.
I've got 2 and 43 is 245. Because there was quite a bit before we started. But Reaper, you want to go ahead and wrap us up? Figure out what you want to do with the points.
Please
Who
do.
you're
I have
going
to
to give
pee
the winner?
and I don't want to lose points. So.
It was very close. It's a very close battle between Ducky and Hank. But Ducky pulled through, and Ducky will be the host of the next episode. Got a tangent for us? What you want to do?
Hank, you called it. That it's going to be my episode this.
That's even with that uppercut I gave earlier.
That was
For my 5.
that honestly tied it up for you guys.
I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I might take the easy way and see if we can't play Cards Against Humanities.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
So
It'd
we'll
be
see.
a little bit different.
My last game kind of fell flat because I put it together while I was sick and it didn't work because you guys didn't read it out to each other and it broke your guys' brain. So I need
But
a
this one
redemption.
encourages speaking it.
Yeah, I need a redemption.
Give a bunch of partially dyslexic people stuff to read.
Right.
It'll
Hey,
be
I'm
fun.
dyslexic. I'm dyslexic. That's really
well,
why I got it.
there you have it. We hope you guys enjoyed it.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, we get pretty weird.
Definitely putting a fucking shit emoji somewhere in the thumbnail for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to the Undead Family Podcast. We weren't lying when we said we were unhinged.
Yeah. You know, if you can't talk about your poop with your friends, who can you talk about your poop with?
Also, Ducky, I just need a cut up thing where you just cut out everything in between every time Rita said butthole in that one story.
So I'll add this real quick. It's the number one comment was, I never read the word butthole so many times. I pretty much used up my butthole quota for the month. Somebody else said just the month. I may be tapped for the year.
Yeah. I literally had to mute my mic. Me and Ducky both muted.
Truthfully, it was so hard because when you read that line, we made eye contact through Discord and just both silently went, nope.
Unhinged.
Got a title for this episode.
Yeah.
One crappy episode.
Yeah.
What crappy episode, right? So yeah, like we said, unhinged. We have fun. And we hope you guys do too. And if you do, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that bell to get the notifications for new content. Be sure to check out our bonus content. And anything else, guys?
Yeah, I think the title should be Sports, Reddit, and Buttholes.
We'll see.
Yes.
The
See y'all
fractured
next
hole.
week and rip Ozzy.
Yes.
Yes, rest in peace, Ozzy.
R.I.P. to the king. All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Adios.